Welcome to another Friday Focus. It is a very holy weekend around the world. We've got Passover, we've got Easter, and we're in the middle of Ramadan going on in the world. So, pretty cool. I don't, a lot of you probably don't know that I'm an interfaith minister. What does that mean? It just means I know a little bit about all the religions so that if I had to do a wedding or bring families together from different cultures and backgrounds, I could easily include everybody. So I love the inclusivity of this particular convergence of all the holidays that came out of the trilogy of Jerusalem, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. So anyway, happy Easter, Passover, and blessed Ramadan to everybody. And today, funny enough, hey friends, hi Zulma, we are going to talk about meaningful work. And that does kind of cross over into your faith and spirituality. We did a poll on LinkedIn and we asked people if you were making a career change right now, what are the most important aspects for you? How would you be making your choice based on salary, based on benefits, based on the culture of a company or a workplace, or if you have the opportunity to do meaningful work? And far and above, everyone chose meaningful work. So how do we define that? How do we find meaningful work? How do we create meaning? Hello. I love it. If you're commenting and you signed into StreamYard or you're on Instagram, I can see who you are. And it's just delightful to see you. All right. So meaningful work. There's two ways to, well, there's two things to look at when you're looking for meaningful work. One, let's look at meaning. What makes something meaningful, right? As human beings, we are the only creature on the planet that can think in a way that we want to have meaning. You know, a deer eating my bushes in the backyard is just looking for food. Like they're not like, what is the meaning of my life, right? So as human beings, we want to know we matter. We also, most of us have a propensity to want to make a difference, to want to impact others. That's the only way to know your work is meaningful, right? It's twofold. It's how you feel and it's how it impacts other people and the feedback you're getting back from the world. So if you're thinking about what would be more meaningful work for me, you've got to look at how does the company I belong to or the business that I'm creating, how does it impact other people? Do I make a change in the world? Do I improve living conditions for people? Um, Thanks, Mignon. It's so good to see you. Um, or does it do something that you believe in? Right? So I had been working with somebody who was in the toy business, and this what brought together all his wonderful skills and creativity and playfulness and joy. And as he got older, he thought, goodness, I'm kind of um contributing to the garbage and the landfills on the planet. So that changed his trajectory about what was meaningful for him then was to keep serving those people, but to do it in a more climate friendly and sustainable way, right? So we can evolve in what's meaningful to us. So I said, one is how you impact others, and the other is how you feel doing it. And how you're going to feel in a meaningful environment is good, but also that you're going to the reason why you feel good is not just because you see the impact, but because you're using all your skills, because you get to be you. Whenever you have to do work that bores you, frustrates you, doesn't use your gifts, that's when you feel dead and like the faucet is off on your life force. But when you're doing something that uses your skills, that uses your gifts, that you get to, fully be you, that's when it's meaningful. All right. So if you're thinking, I've got to do something more meaningful, you've got to look for how to bring more of yourself to your work and how do you do something that impacts others in a way that matters to you, right? And that may be the bigger impact of a company that you're working for, or it could be the impact that you have on the people that you're working with every day. You know, you if you're a leader, you are impacting other people's lives by how you lead them, not just what your organization does out in the world, but how you impact the people you're with. So those are the places to look, how you feel because you're using all your gifts and how you're impacting the world, whether it be that smaller world around you or the bigger world at large. So interestingly enough, since 9/11, that is the number one thing that people have said to me when they want to do career exploration. I want to do something more meaningful. And that's why I wrote Now What 90 Days to New Life Direction. And then I went and did something more meaningful and got my interfaith seminary, what do you want to call it, training, right? I'm ordained as an interfaith minister. That was my meaning project. And then I wrote the book, Little Book on Meaning, about why can't we find meaning? It's everywhere. We create it. Human beings create meaning. And how we know something is meaningful by how it makes us feel. If you had a meaningful conversation, meaningful work, a meaningful encounter with a stranger, it's how it makes you feel. So you've got to feel your way to that decision, folks. This is not a thinking decision. So keep tuning in here Friday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern. Keep hanging out with me on LinkedIn, Instagram. Where else am I? Facebook. I have a Facebook group for career explorers. I have a Facebook group for coaches out there. And I said LinkedIn, right? And Twitter, like, yeah, I'm not really on there. But anyway, keep talking to me. Oh, wait, we have someone talking to me. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Anna Luna, for sharing that. Thanks for all of you on Instagram. Thanks for all of you. I'm so grateful on this holiday weekend. Please, whether you're religious or not, doesn't matter. This is just a time that our world will be thinking about peace and about overcoming our limitations and about being better humans. So let's all keep our attention on that this weekend. As we know, the world is still in turmoil, but we have to do all our parts, because let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next time.